come on with a little quick. I thought I was gonna do it live because I've never actually worked with live video before, live streaming before, but that didn't happen. It didn't work out. So I am just here trying to plan on how I'm going to plan my homeschool year, if that makes any sense to you. I have here everything that I am thinking of, and I will just show you what I have so far because I'm not too sure. I'm in the process. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. All right, so here, right, you can easily just look up like a local community college that you have and figure out the dates for how you'd like to break it down per semester wise. And for the local college that I have near me, the first semester begins August 19th, and it goes up until December 13th. Now that's broken down. You see it's 16 weeks together, but uh, August 19th to October 14th is actually 8 weeks, and then the second session will be October 5th to December 13th. So what I'm doing is just trying to figure out what my boys need right now for the first semester as well as for the second semester, and these are our dates for the second semester there. And on this side, I just basically have what the minimum college requirements are, and your 4 credits of English, 3 credits of math, 3 credits of science, 4 credits of social studies. That also includes like your geography, civics, government, that type of those type of classes. At least 1 credit in physical education plus a half a credit in history. 2 credits of foreign language, which they have to be consecutive consecutive years, like back to back. 1 credit of fine arts, and 6 credits of electives. So I just like to keep that on that side and keep it in mind when I'm working their schedule. So my older one, he's in his senior year, so usually that's a pretty light year. So he has only about four classes that he needs to complete as far as his graduation requirements uh, to be accepted to a college. So my plan is basically to put 2 classes for semester 1 and then 2 classes for semester 2, as well as a sport. Now I have to keep in mind, along with the classes would be the sports, SATs. He will be doing that again. And with the sports, it gets a little bit tricky, and I'll explain that in a minute. But so what I'm doing right now, as far as the planning is, I look at you can get these really really cheap. These are from the dollar store actually, and they're just student planners. So, like I said, August 19th is going to be our start date, right? So I open this up to August 19th, and it's just to go and put math pages, da 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 da, English pages, da 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 da, any videos, whatever it is that we are doing. Any appointments that we have, like you can see on the 20th, we're doing van school, as well as on the 22nd. I believe they have like a dentist appointment or something like that. So that's what we'll be doing on those 2 days. And they know what they have to do. They bring their like their work, any type of workbooks that they have, or if they do not have workbooks, they bring a writing assignment, which is basically notepad and pen, and get their outline done or whatever, like that. The other out is how I'm going to divide up the books or a lesson. Like for example, these books, one of my boys has already, he's on book 2, so that's why I only have 3. This here goes up to book 10, and that can easily be done in a semester. But math, you do want to take it kind of slow, and you want them to be able to absorb everything, and that's so that they can perform well on the ACT and their SATs and their PERT tests and all the, the college entrance exams and such. So you don't want to rush through it, but if it can be done, it can be done, and there's no reason to stop them. So depending on how that goes, I may just do one workbook per week. This isn't that bad to schedule. I just need to know, he just needs to know that he's got to get all the way done by the end of the year, the school year. And depending on how he feels that he's moving, he can possibly get it done by our end date of semester 1, which would be December 13th. And then you have other books like, but it's an oldie, and it's well loved then, and it is going to be well loved again, because we are cycling back around to ancient history this year. And let me just show you how she has it. Now the author here is great because she already has it laid out by the weeks, so this makes it pretty good. Hey baby, what are you doing? Yeah. Let's see. Can mommy finish this? No? So as I was saying, this author did a fantastic job of breaking down the curriculum by the weeks, and it goes up until 36 weeks. Yes, 36 weeks, okay? So technically I can go ahead and just assign 1 week per week and just go all the way to the end of the school year, which would be up until May 6th, and be fine. I think they'll be fine with it that way, because there's a lot of quizzes, pre-test, high school. See, it's broken down to like the younger students, middle and older students, and it gives you extra things to do there. So I think that's going to be good for this year. The math is going to be good for this year. I have science that I am still working some kinks out with there to see, because if the programs are not rigorous enough, let me tell you what will happen. The NCAA will not accept it. So my boys are taking sports, and the NCAA have requirements that needs to be met. And if they are not, the courses will not get approved. As a homeschool student, this is a form that I have to fill out. So my advice to all you moms and dads out there that are homeschooling is that during the beginning of the year, start gathering your texts and listing them, as well as who the curriculum provider is, and a course description and an outline. It's going to be vital to filling out these forms later on, which is something that I really didn't have. I had not perfected this, and my son is now, I'm having to go back because he's now, wanting to do sports, and it's a little bit tricky, because Florida is such a relaxed state when it comes to homeschooling. We're kind of spoiled, and in that sense where, they don't require any specific subjects, so you can get away with certain things, such as not really creating a course description. Also, attendance is not really something that's mandatory for us to take here as well. So that's what I mean by, a little bit spoiled. But, yes, so as I am creating their schedule for the school year, I'm also keeping in mind the requirements for NCAA. And I will let you know right now, they will not accept any credits that were earned or accepted by CLEPting. So if you take the CLEP test, if you have your student take the CLEP test, they will not accept it. Even if they pass, they will not accept that course. So that is another issue that I am faced with right now. Let's see what else I can tell you here. The SATs and ACT tests, I also have to send them to, actually I have to have the College Board and the ACT send it directly to NCAA. They will not accept it, even though it's on the transcripts. They won't accept it like that because it is. Are you trying to do my video? It will not. What is the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's not official. So they need it to be official. It needs to come straight from the College Board themselves. So that's that. And what else can I show you here? Yep, so I have all of them planners. So this is basically what I do. I am going to write out, let's say, the first 2 weeks. I think that's good. I'm going to try to stick with 2 weeks at a time, maybe even 4, because I know the only thing we really have going on is Labor Day coming up in September. Other than that, there won't be any interruptions. So I could probably schedule all the way up until Labor Day. But what happens is that distractions come, you know, things happen, and I schedule too far out in advance, and then before you know it, they're backed up and they're making classes, making work up on Saturdays. So I'm going to only schedule 2 weeks out in advance and see how that goes. But what will happen is that I will fill this out. They'll have everything that is expected of them for Friday. So each morning they'll wake up, they'll open up their notebook binder here, and they know exactly where they have to go to for all the work that is can be done independently. They'll have it right there. They don't have to wait for mom to tell them, oh, you open up your book to such and such. You know, they will already have that planned out. And then on Fridays, I will collect it and look at the following week. Well, here's the calendar. Okay, so I will look at the following week, see if I already scheduled it, see if I need to tweak any things. I will go ahead and do that, and then schedule the next week, you know. And for my little ones that they're learning, I would just put a paper clip. That way, when they open it up, it'll just go straight to where they need to go to without any fuss. I think that's it. Oh, let me show you my cute little. Oh, it's just so. Here's my planner. It's called the Happy Planner. Oh, girl. There it is. It's called the Happy Planner, and look at how cute. And this is what I was talking about. You see, you just put the paper clip in there, and then you open it right up. So the kids, like, after a while, the months start to accumulate, and they don't know what page they're on and all that good stuff. So if you use the paper clip, it's easy for them. But look, I get to, so my last month in July, I was reading Proverbs 30, and right now I can put that I'm planning the new school year. Watching, I don't really watch TV. I don't know, I have to give that one some more thought. Eating, I'm enjoying salads right now, drinking lots of water, loving my new baby, and feeling healthy and energized. Just listening to the Lord, what He has to say to us, and celebrating new life, again, for the new addition to the family. I'm excited for this upcoming school year because, my son is finishing up his last year of school and just practicing patience. Remember, what can I remember? I guess birthdays and holidays and, monthly goals. Which, it's interesting that they have 3 there. Let me tell you something. So, I have my boys right now working on a goal plan, and that's basically a spiritual goal, an academic goal, and a sports goal. So, like, spiritually speaking, just wanting to read the Bible more, or giving more time to meditate on God's Word. Academically is, okay, I want to get my GPA up a little bit, or, I want to get through these 2 more classes, or even, I'd like to volunteer, add a couple more hours of volunteering. And then sports-wise, athletic goals would be, I want to drop my time down for the 100 meter. I want to be able to lift 5 pounds more. I want to gain, more muscle, anything like that. So it's just for them to think of, and so they have something to reach, because we all have to have goals. That kind of gives us hope and things like that. But right now, I'm just so thankful for All right, guys. Well, thank you for brainstorming with me. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to see them, read them, consider them. I know I still have to do a book list and some other things. So once I get everything sorted out, I will go ahead and do another video on my high school curriculum choices for this school year, the 2019-2020 school year. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and please hit that subscribe bell. That way, next time I can do this live, because that's what I tried to do, and I don't know. I gotta go check the rules and all that. Thank you, YouTube. Alright, guys. Until next time, be blessed. God loves you, and so do I.